FloatHSFootball.com here at the 2017 Ocala High School Football Media Day. Got Williston Red Devils in the house, Coach Wentworth and Gerard Williams joining us right here. Appreciate it, guys, stopping by. Coach.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, appreciate it. 5-4 last year, looking to improve upon the season. A few changes this year. No district for y'all, but you got a conference going into the new system with the point system. With the, I believe y'all will be in the Swanee Valley Conference. I believe that's correct, and going to be in Class 1A Region 4. So, kind of give us a little insight. What's Williston going to do to win more than 5 games this year?
It's kind of been our thing where we're at that 5-win mark, and the crazy thing is we had the lead in the second half in 7 out of those 9 games. We lost our game due to the hurricane with Crystal River last year. So in those 9 games we had the lead in the half, after the half, and just not finishing it out. So we have our motto for this year is finish the fight. If you're in a boxer in a boxing match, and you got to win all the rounds. Nobody really, very rarely, you have that first round knockout or whatever. So when you get to the end, you have to be able to finish it out. And so we've developed our motto. Our off-season workouts all been themed around this. We have a sweet championship belt that our defensive coordinator Rick Whittington put together, and on it, it's just the same as they have in the WWE. So we'll have a competition, and it's a battle for the belt. Our kids go crazy for it. You get to wear it around school. All the teachers know about it, so they're you get to kind of rep it. And we don't have a ring post or anything for anybody to stand up on, but they've really just flocked to it and bought into that whole motto for this year.
Of course, we got one of your top athletes here, Gerard Williams, running back here. I know you lost one of your best players in TJ Pitts from last season, so I know that's going to be tough to replace. But let's talk about what you got now on the roster here. Kind of just going to give us a little insight about some of your best players that you're going to have on the field this year.
We'll start with Gerard here, who he's our feature back. We give him the ball. We want to give him the most carries. You try to put it on there. We don't necessarily have a 5, 10, 15, 20 touches situation because you have to go with the feel of the game. But he's our feature back. He's the guy that is going to be running. He's a great inside zone back, does a great job, has a second gear. When he gets through that first layer of the defense, he's able to break away and get going. He's a great kid in the weight room, great leader, in the school, great attitude. Some of the things we want him to do is just make sure he stays positive all the time. Couldn't say enough good things about this kid here. Broke the 1,000-yard mark last year. I want to say he was double-digit touchdowns. Just a leader in the backfield. And then the other thing is that he plays some free safety for us when we need him. He's very physical on both sides of the football. Couldn't ask for more. From him. He's given us everything he has every day.
Let's talk to Gerard here a little bit. Gerard, expectations are high for you this year. So how do you prepare and handle for that?
You just work out, and then you prepare yourself for the adversity so you can get through it when it comes.
What is your biggest goal for this year? What is your biggest goal to help your team out, and what maybe for yourself?
State championship with 2,000 yards.
State championship with 2,000 yards.
Okay.
Hey, setting the bar high, isn't he?
Hey, if you set it high enough, you'll get great results no matter what.
Hey, that's a good work ethic, by the way. That's good to set some goals high and be able to think. The fact is, I still keep the rivalry. I think with Chiefland on the schedule, so
Absolutely.
you still got that. But looking at the schedule, how did you work with the scheduling with the point system? This transition into all that. And I know y'all have some conference games that y'all helped out that helped the schedule out a little bit.
I think it's very exciting in order to get back into that Swanee athletic conference and do the things that we've been doing. We were in probably the toughest district in 1A. It was a buzzsaw.
And y'all had Trenton in there.
That group, the Newberry, Trenton, Dixie. It was. There was 4 teams, that probably should have made the playoffs. If we would have taken care of 1 or 2, other situations, we'd had 4 teams in our district with 7 wins. So. You don't see that very often.
No, and that's when you have a competitive district.
So, it's one of those situations where we moved to the no districts and being on the advisory committee, seeing it, it creates the opportunity. The first thing that you see every year, every coach is sitting there when the FHSA is going to release the districts in the past, and everybody's sitting there hitting refresh, refresh on the, waiting because it's going to be at this time, and it's an annual event, and then. Well, the next thing that comes is we're not playing in this district, or and that's fine. Each coach, has their opinions, and that's great. But I can see where every year there's no districts. Make your 10-game schedule, and whatever comes of it happens, and that's where you go from there. With the point system, we found that we wanted to have quality opponents with also keeping our rivalries,
right.
And don't schedule up too far. We're playing Dunellen, which is a rivalry. Williston and Dunellen have played for decades. That's a good test for us. The Tigers. Price Harris does a great job with the Tigers, and they're always going to be ready. They have a great group of guys. But then again, we have the Taylor counties, another great program that's always going to churn out great athletes and make runs in the playoffs. Fort White, Coach Jackson does a great job. For all of us to get together and stay in that Swanee Athletic Conference or put it back together, we're missing a couple parts here and there. But it makes for a great combination. We lost PK Young this year. I think it's the first time in, I want to say, close to 50 years that Williston and PK Young are not going to play. Somewhere close to 50 years. I don't hold me to that.
Sometimes change can be good.
Well, yes, but then again,
you talk about the gates and some of that.
The gates and then the situations where it's tradition, and so we were sad to see that happen. But then in that situation, we pick up an East Side. Coach Daniels, has the East Side Rams doing great things, and what it opened up for us was the opportunity to play a quality opponent in Madison County. Obviously. Everybody knows what the Cur Dogs are about, and Coach Co does a great job. It's going to be a physical group. He has a bunch of great athletes. A lot of their guys are getting college attention, and again, they're going to make a run every year, and it's going to be more shocking if they don't than when they do.
Right, and that's the thing. And Class 1A football is very competitive every year.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've seen it. Again, hey, you had a state champion two years ago in your district.
Right.
That's the thing. It's anybody's game, and hey, Williston wants to make it. Williston wants to get back in that thing because Williston, hey, has played for state championships in the past, and there's some heritage there.
The biggest thing is everybody has a shot. You're not automatically, in week 1, you're not necessarily, or week 2, you're not out of it. So long as and if you play a quality opponent, and they are a 9-win team, and say you're a 6-win team, but you get all the points for their wins. So. That's where it all starts to help.
And the bonus points help, too.
I think we're right now, we're looking at it, I think we're starting out with 27 bonus points. So
that's impressive because, the max you can get is 30, on your schedule. So 27, but that's quite a bit. But, hey, I wish the Red Devils the best of luck this season. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.